Well, hello. We're going to take a look at where we're at again and continue on coding on our racing platform racer game. So let's just take a look where we're at here. So we got, we just saw there was a logo screen based on the company, and I just called my company Atkins Games. We have a little intro. And then it goes right to the start menu where we have the name of the game, Platform Racer. Again, you can always change that at any time. And then a giant play button. And here's where you could have lots of other settings if you wanted to. For now, it's just play. That's all you can do. And then when you play, you have a car that drives around. I'm just going to make that quieter. Oop. And there's some platforms that you can go on top of. Now I missed the platforms. I decided last time to take away the random generation of platforms, and actually I'll stop this. If you go to the platform sprite, you can see that we started to each one of these weight set and create a clone. Each one of these 3 bits of code will create a new platform. Okay, now yeah. 3 bits of code for every single platform. It's a little bit. It's not too bad, but I was thinking of introducing another bit, and that is to make shorter and longer platforms. For now, I'm going to just leave that because today I'd like us to take a look at putting in things that can stop the car or kill us, and things that can, or again, maybe even just take away health. I don't know how we want to do this. If it's just like you have 3 lives, or if you have a bunch of health and just 1 life, or if you want to do it so that you can get, your car can get damaged and then can get stronger or built up or repaired or whatever along the way. That's something. I'll let you decide on what you want to do. I think for right now I'm going to have it that if you hit, there'll be something like a rock or something like that. If you hit it, you're done, and there'll be like coins or something to collect. So you want to give the player some motivation to play your game, and typically you need a way to die and a way to get a high score. Those are 2 really classic ways to keep someone engaged, and there's lots of other things you can do, but those are a couple. So let's start off by making something that is going to stop us. So I'm actually going to see if there's a sprite in here. Choose a sprite, and I'm just going to see if there is a boulder or a rock or something like that makes sense to crash into. It could also be another car, actually. Maybe that's even a better idea. Yeah, kind of like a car would be a better idea. Well, cars should be up here. Yeah. So we're using the convertible too, so maybe just convertible. So we could have this convertible. I don't know what kind of costumes. Oh, just 1. So it's a really basic convertible. And I think we'll just have it almost like a parked car. And if you hit it, then your game's over. And also I want to choose a sprite, something that you're going to collect. So could be things like coins, but I don't know. Cars collecting coins doesn't make a lot of sense. But you can decide. Oh, there are rocks right there. You can decide whatever you want. I think, what does a car need? You collect tires or something like that. Okay, I'm just gonna have this ball here for now until I find something I like better, and it'll be easy to switch the images out, so that won't be a problem. lightning bolt. Okay. Oh, star. Star is slightly better. I'll start with star. Okay. So the stars are the things that you're going to collect. Okay. And again, doesn't make a lot of sense. Why is a car collecting stars? But anyway, it's okay. Alright, so let's start with the convertible. The first line of code, the first thing we want to do is have this thing hide as soon as the game starts. And so we'll do that right away here. So we go under events when the green flag is clicked. When the green flag is clicked, we want to actually hide it. Hide is under looks, and so we bring that in. It's the first thing we want to do, and in fact we're going to have the same thing happen to the star, so I'm just going to drag and drop it in the star. The star now has it as well. The second thing is we want this this, I don't know if we want it to randomly appear or if we want to have it appear at certain times. Instead of having it randomly appear, I think I will have it over, where is it? Is it in the driver? No, it's in the platform. The platform, we could have it sequence when a certain platform comes. We can also say bring a car. So I'm going to have a broadcast here. So I'm in the platform right now, code, and we're going to broadcast. That's under events. Broadcast. Right now it says level 1. We're going to change that to a new message, and we're going to say let me call it broken car. Parked car. Parked car is better. So it's going to generate a parked car every time this is broadcast. So I'm going to put that fairly close, like right away, just so that I can test it out. Okay, so I threw that little bit of code in there after creating a clone of myself. Then we're going to broadcast parked car. And if you go to convertible, when I receive parked car, then we're going to show, actually we should first go to the location where we're going to, for now I'm going to just have the parked car always appear on the ground. So I'm going to drag them out as far as I can there. And we'll go to that location, we'll show, and then we'll slowly move our way back. Now actually I want to move back the same speed as the tree, because in order to make it look like the car is parked. It looks like the tree does this here. And actually I want this, pretty much this whole code, so I'm going to just drag and drop that into the convertible. And here, maybe we'll do this. So I'll just show you what I actually, you can see, this is the code that I just started to work on, and this is the code that's already in the tree. And you'll notice actually I want all this code here, not when I receive level 1, but when I receive parked car, I want this. And instead of going to this location where the tree is at, I'm going to the location where the convertible is, that parked car. Okay, and again, I don't know if this is going to work out. This is repeat until the X position is less than -270, so I'll just have to see. I might have to tweak it a little bit because I might want it to go further. And I don't want to hide and wait a random amount of time. I'm just going to simply destroy it. No, it's not a clone. So yeah, I need to keep it hid. Gonna hide it. Okay. Okay. So let's just see what happens when we click on this. We have the convertible go back and disappear. Oh, and it forever does that, which I don't want forever to do that. Sorry. Not bad. I think it can go a little further. Let's go Let's try 300. Okay, it goes across the screen. Looks great. Okay, so this is when I receive part car, send a car across, essentially. All right. Okay. So now if I run the game, I just wanted to see how it should be appearing with my first platform. So, yeah. Oh. I don't know what I did there. Oh, you know what? The convertible has black on it, and my platform is triggered to being with black. So I'm going to have to maybe change the color of this. I don't know if you could tell, but when I ran into that car, because my car interacts with black, it actually pushes it down. Yeah. Okay. So that might actually be okay, except for no, I don't want that. I was gonna say because I could just end the game there. Oh, but it's a bitmap, and so this. I can color this, but it's not gonna be pretty. Might have to pick a different car. So you can see because it says convert to vector. Yeah, let me just duplicate this. If I click convert to vector, it's all one big vector. And which also implies that this one here, this is a bitmap, because this one I can convert to bitmap, so it's a vector. Okay, so because it's a bitmap, that means that it's basically everything's a pixel. Everything's pixelized. I mean, it is in vector mode too, but there's groups of pixels that we can control at once. But here you have to do a pixel at a time, and you'll notice that there's a real blur of like black and gray. It's not a real crisp picture. It's kind of blurred lines. So what does that mean? If I try to paint, let's say, you can see it'll paint sections, but not. So I'm going to undo by pressing Control Z. Yeah, so that's a bit of a problem. So having this black car here, I need to really consider what I'm going to do. Actually, let me see if I can. I won't spend too much time on this, but I'm wondering if I can change it. I can't really change the color in vector mode. I can stretch it, but I'm not going to. Okay. I'm definitely not going to go pixel by pixel and change its color. So, man, it's really just here where it probably needs a change in color. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this and attempt to. Oh yeah, this is gonna be terrible. So the gray is not a problem, it's the black color that's a problem. So anywhere where there's a black pixel, it can't be there. Unfortunately, I'm not sure which ones are black and just a little bit gray and all that, so it's just ridiculous. Okay, I don't want to waste all the video doing this. I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting a different, either getting a different car or changing the platform color. Actually, changing the platform color probably is the easier of the two. Okay, I won't worry about it for right now. Again, I have, so there it is with its green end. I have both costumes, so I can always switch back if I want to. So important, make a duplicate if you're gonna change the color. Let's see what it looks like now. If I run into it, oh yeah, it still pushes me down. So yeah, that's okay. That's too bad. I'll fix that later. Okay, what else do I want to have happen? Okay, sorry. In order to have this work here, I'm gonna just make my own car here real quickly. So I think I can select it all. Just press delete, and then I'm going to draw my own car. If you make a circle and press shift, you get perfect circles. Control copy, control paste. There's two wheels. I'm going to make the body nice and green and purple car, because why not? Here's the car's body, and here's the top of the car. Just a beauty. Oh, didn't want that one. Okay, and then we're going to move the wheels onto the car. As you can see, it's an amazing car, but it's not black in color, so that is the main thing here. It's kind of a giant car though, although the wheels are super small. Yeah, let me get bigger wheels. So again, shift is a good one for making the wheels. There we go. That's better. Oops. Okay. And then actually I'm going to take the whole thing and just make it a bit smaller and move it so it's centered on there. Alright. There we go. That's how you make a car. Okay, so now if we run this, hopefully there, I can drive through it. Perfect. I'm noticing that my car doesn't disappear, so I just need to change this to maybe, let's try negative 280. Just see if it disappears. Yep, it does. Good. Alright. So the only other thing is when they crash, I want something to happen. And so actually I'm going to put that in the driver. I think that's where I want it to go. Well, if I put it in here, it might be easier actually. Yeah, let's put it here. Can't think of why we wouldn't want it in here. There might be a reason. So repeat until change X. We're gonna check to see if it's I think we'll have it similar to the star for it now, that when you get it, you just it disappears. Something like that, or broadcast game over or something like that. But for now we'll just have it disappear, and later on I'll use it to broadcast. So we're just going to go to if, and so if okay, I think we can just go if touching driver, then we're gonna hide it earlier. So, and instead of hide, we could broadcast game over. Right now game over doesn't do anything, but we can put it in here for just, instead of level 1, let's just say your game is over, right? Game over. Now game over is just a message I'm making up. It won't actually do anything. It won't actually send out any game over screen or anything like that until I tell it to, like, until I put the code in. But you can see, so right now it's going to hide. It's not going to actually do anything here. It's going to keep on moving its position until it goes out, but it's going to, you're going to see it. It'll hide earlier here. So when I come up to it, boom, it's hidden. Okay, game over didn't happen. I could put a little thing that says game over, and maybe that would be a good idea. Let's just add a, let's paint a text. So I'm going to create a new sprite, and I'm going to put game over in black. I'm just going to type in game over. Now the only thing is, with this game over, you can still play the game. Center that. I'll put game over up there. You can still play, so it's not really that big of a deal right now. We're going to go under events. When the game starts, you don't want game over to show up, so you're going to go to hide that, and then events. When I receive game over, that's when we show. That's it. So now, if I run into that convertible, boom, game over. Okay, gives a nice feeling. If I can jump this convertible, there, game continues on. Alright, so I don't want to make this video too much longer, but I'm just going to show you the star. And so right now we have just when the green flag is clicked, we hide. What we're going to do is, I'm going to put this whole code into the star, and so now it's here. When I receive parked car, does all the things that the car would, except for I don't want it to be exactly the same. So I'm going to go to the platform, and I'm going to bring in another broadcast. So instead of parked car, we're going to say new message, and we're going to broadcast create star. And it could be anything. It could be whatever you decided to create. And I'm going to put that in after the second one, after the second platform. So that's going to be here. Okay. Now the star, I want to show that right now so I can get the go-to things. So I think I want the star to be up around here for now. We can set it to random positions, that kind of thing, or to specific positions. But for now, I'm just going to have it out of the screen at the start at that height. So we're going to tell it to go to that location. And instead of parked car, this is when create star. So when I receive create star, go to this new location here. We're going to show, we're going to repeat until it gets out of there. If touching the driver, we're not going to broadcast game over. We're going to broadcast a new message, and that is actually, I don't think we'll broadcast anything. I think we'll take that out. We'll just give, we're going to create a variable. Make a variable. We're going to call it score. For all sprites is good, and it shows up there. And so we're going to, every time if it's touching the driver, it's going to hide, and then it's going to change the score by 1. So we need to set the score at the start. I'll set it up here. Set the score to 0 at the start, maybe after you hide, and then this in here, this is where you're going to get a point every time you touch a star. So let's just see if I can get that star without game over. Actually, it won't matter, the game over doesn't actually stop the game, but I think I need to be up here. There we go. So I got, you can see score starts at 0, and it's going to get 1 as soon as I get it. And I'm going to add one more thing before, and that is some sort of sound effect. You're going to want to do this with the convertible, like or crashing into the other car, but Let's do it for this one. Sounds. Oh, there's already collect sound with the star. It's almost like they know what we want to use the star for. So that's good. I'm going to just play that sound. You could add a new sound, but I'm going to start collect right here. So now when I collect the star, it has a nice little sound there. Okay. Feel free to keep working on this game and try different platforms. Send more platforms out than this. You can now broadcast cars whenever you want to and stars whenever you want to, and try to make it a nice sequence. This is really where the creative building, I guess, or the engineering of the actual level comes in. And this should become a very long piece of code here. And again, there's different ways to do this, but I think just keep things simple. We'll do it this way for now. All right. I'll see you soon.